Hi, I'm Monica, founder of Space Creative, and I design Squarespace templates for therapists and coaches. In today's video, I am going to show you two different ways to add clinicians to your Squarespace website, whether you're using Squarespace 7.0 or Squarespace 7.1. So let's get into it. So there are two main ways you can add staff members or clinicians to your existing website. And these are the two ways that I usually recommend to my clients and customers. So the first way is adding clinicians to your existing About page, like I have here on the Bridge template. We have two clinicians here, and we can add more as needed. Or you can create an entirely new page for your staff members, separate from your existing About page. So I'm first going to show you how to add staff members to an existing About page. Now I'm going to start by showing you how to do this on Squarespace 7.0. What you see here is my Andrea template, and first thing you're going to want to do is collect staff bios and headshots from your team members. And just make sure to keep the bios succinct and as client-focused as possible. Remember that your website bio is not a cover letter or a resume. So to get started on Squarespace 7.0, let's figure out where we want to add our clinician, like our team member sections on our About page. So let's say we want to add a section between this tan section and this section here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is navigate to your Pages panel, like I just did here, and locate your About page. The next thing we're going to do is add a page, or add a section. So I'm going to click this plus to say Add Section, and I'm going to say Add a blank section. What I'm going to do first is go to the section Settings and edit the title and URL slug. Instead of it saying New Page, I want it to say my team member's name. All right, and then I am just going to copy that into these three fields and click Save. From here, I can drag it to where I want it. I wanted it above the My Office section and below this other section here. From here, we can just insert our content. So we want there to be some text and a picture. So what I'm going to do is insert an image block and do a little bit of layout organization before I really start inputting my content. Okay, now I have my sections set up, and all I have to do is paste in my staff member's bio and add in their image. All right, so now that the bio and the picture is uploaded, feel free to add anything else that you need on your team members section. If you want to add a booking button, go ahead and add that. Include their phone number, however you want to encourage people to book with your team members. And then when you're done making those changes, just click Save. And now you have a team member on your About page. And you can repeat this process as many times as you need. And in fact, it becomes easier once you add more team members like this, because from here, if you had more team members that you wanted to add, you could just duplicate the section that you just created by heading over to the settings of the page, scrolling down a bit, and clicking Duplicate Page. Now it's going to create a copy, and what you would want to do is enter your new team member's name. From here, you could edit the content. And then when your content is all set, click Save and drag your page into place. refresh your page so that you can see it all in action. And there you have it. So now I will show you how to do the same thing in Squarespace 7.1 on my bridge template. So again, the first thing you're going to do is navigate to your Pages panel and locate your existing About page. Click Edit on the page editor. And the nice thing about Squarespace 7.1 is that you can add sections directly in the page editor. You don't have to add pages in your Pages panel. So wherever you would like to add a section, click Add Section. I always like to add a blank section just so I can start fresh. And just like I did before, I'm going to add some content. So now my content is added in. I ideally would want the sections to match the existing sections that are already here though, so I could kind of go back in and try to match formatting things. Okay, now I think the formatting of the new section matches the existing sections. Now, an easier way to kind of match your formatting without doing all the manual steps that I just did would be to duplicate an existing section. So, as you can see, we have this section with 2 bios in it, and what I'm going to do is just click this duplicate button. And that creates another, basically a duplicate of what we have here. So this is a really easy way to create more staff member areas on your website, sections on your website, and minimize some of the work that you have to do with formatting. So if you duplicated the section, just like I did, all you'll have to do is come in and swap out the information. Swap out the images, etc. Now if you don't have 2 additional staff members, and the section that you duplicated had 2, you can easily just delete the sections that you don't need. And there you have it. Click Save when you're done making any changes, and then you can view your page. So depending on how your website is laid out, sometimes it makes more sense to create an entirely new page for new staff members. So for instance, like on the Andrea website, if the existing About page is kind of dedicated to you and about you as the practice owner or the business owner, you might want to add a secondary page for your team members. So again, the first step here is just to collect a bio and a headshot from each of your members that you want to add to your website. The next step is to add a new page to your site by following these steps. First, I'm going to show you how to do it on Squarespace 7.0, and then I'll show you on Squarespace 7.1. First, navigate to Pages, scroll down to your Not Linked section, and click the plus and add an index. Again, indexes are available in all templates within the Brine family. So name the main index, meaning the main page, whatever you want, something like Meet the Team, and then you'll add sections underneath that index. Now, since I already created a new staff member bio sections, I'm just going to drag those into my Meet the Team index. But feel free to create as many team member sections as you need, and again, you can duplicate them to save some time formatting. So now we have a page with 2 additional team members, right? And we want to make sure that people can navigate to this section to meet your team members. Right now, this page doesn't exist in your header navigation. So what I'm going to do is add a link to it. One of the things I can do is just drag my index section up to my primary navigation. So that we add the page here. However, to simplify things, because we already have an About page, Meet the Team is kind of similar to About, I want to create a drop-down menu that says About Andrea and then Meet the Team. So the first thing I'm going to do is drag Meet the Team page back down to Not Linked. And I will also drag the About section down, or the About page. Then I'm going to go back up to primary navigation and create my link menu. So first of all, I'm going to add a folder and call it About. The next thing I'm going to do is add a link and link that to the About index. I'll add another link that says Meet the Team and link it to my Meet the Team page. Now, your navigation looks how it did at the beginning, but we have a drop-down menu underneath now. And this one goes to the original About page, and then this one goes to our new Meet the Team page. Now let's see what that process looks like on Squarespace 7.1. So the process is basically the same. You'll first want to navigate to Pages, scroll down to Not Linked, and add a new page. Title it Meet the Team, or whatever you want to name your page, and then add your team member bios. Again, once you have one section complete, you can easily create more sections by duplicating. And do that as many times as you need. When you're done, just click Save, and your page is ready to link in your navigation. So again, to create a drop-down menu, I'm going to drag my About section down and create a folder in my main navigation. And for Squarespace 7.1, what we can do is just re-drag the pages underneath the folder. So now we have a drop-down underneath our About tab that says About Bridge and Meet the Team. So there you have it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.